clap.
Okay.
Yes,
AI.
we are live.
AI? Again?
Welcome again.
Thank you. Welcome again. Who's welcome?
We
For
are
us or for
welcome.
the?
Guys, think like we are just starting the show. That's
Yeah, yeah,
why
yeah. I understand. I understand.
Yalla. Again.
Yalla. No need for clap anymore. Come on. I will just
Why
clap.
are you the only one who's clapping? Maybe I want to clap.
I am the house owner. I am not the house owner. I cannot own a house and go into this.
Yeah, it's like the kid with the ball. You know, I have the ball. Okay, you're gonna play. It's fine. Yeah, because he has the ball.
Yalla. Welcome again.
Yeah.
After some technical difficulties, we are back.
So we're back with the first topic, which is
AI.
AI. We're gonna talk about AI now.
Yeah.
Yes. So first thing first, we have to identify what is artificial intelligence or the baseline of what considered as artificial intelligence. That was the first question.
Yeah.
So, any ideas? What would you consider artificial intelligence
Now or what should be?
in general?
Well, if you're going to say artificial intelligence, you have to say that it has to have somewhat of a human intelligence for it to be artificial intelligence.
What is human intelligence?
Mimic, at least.
Mimic human intelligence?
Well, it is actually mimicking now.
It is?
AI is mimicking intelligence
Yeah, but
by
artificial-
detecting patterns.
Yes, but when you say artificial intelligence, should it be mimicking?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you say intelligence on its own, it should be mimicking
Okay,
intelligence.
scientifically speaking, intelligence is to have two things. One is consciousness, to know what it is. The second thing is to be creative in problem solving, which is bringing tools outside the realm into problem solving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We are in the early stages, I believe, for artificial intelligence. The real artificial intelligence, like you said, I believe, even though it exists, but it is not. It is so primitive.
So when you
It
say
is solving very primitive problems.
so when you say ChatGPT, would you categorize that as AI?
For me, it's an AI, but it is in very early stages. Still, maybe in the potential of 10% of it.
Or 10%, that's a lot of percentage. Because how I would say ChatGPT is, it's an upgrade of a search engine. That's it. With a better filter.
Right now, what is it doing? Basically, yes, you are right. It is
You're not a-
bringing the
yes.
results from internet. But one thing it can do, I will tell you that in our work environment, sometimes we are using ChatGPT. We are giving it some kind of direction to create something out of it, and it is doing it. For example, we are telling him, write me a sentence
Okay.
with the language of 1950s.
Okay.
And it is using the words from this age to create the sentence that I want.
Is that? Yeah.
So again,
that's
they're
AI?
using patterns.
No,
Yes.
like I said, it's very early stages. It has some kind of creativity inside for me. But maybe I am not a software professional or, for example, computer science professional.
Yes.
That's why maybe my judgment is wrong. You, for example, you are working in this field. That's why
Yes.
you have more objective point of view.
Yeah.
Maybe we are just feeling like this because we didn't see anything like
Yeah.
this before.
Yes.
And first time we are experiencing
So it's
things like
amusing.
this.
So when we talk about ChatGPT, how programmers see it is a better way of data structure. When you have data and you structurize the way to search for the data that you need, you know, ChatGPT has a very complex algorithm to get this information. And it works very fast, way much faster than a search engine.
Yes.
This is how we see it. We don't see it as an artificial intelligence. How we will consider it as an artificial intelligence is, in your example, you said 1950 sentence, you know, if you tell him to write it in a language that was never created and he actually comes up with a grammar that he's never taught, and he would say this is a sentence from an alien, let's say, language, then I would say yes. Now that's creative and that's considered, you know, an artificial intelligence.
If one day aliens come and when they try to communicate with us, if AI helps us to find out their language
ChatGPT.
or ChatGPT,
Yes.
any AI, or ChatGPT, they find out their language without knowing anything,
Then
this
it's
is artificial
Yes,
intelligence.
exactly. Yes, because it's outside the realm. It solves a problem that is outside the realm of the environment that we gave him.
And also, from your point of view,
Yeah.
to be able to define something as artificial intelligence, it should be able to pass the Turing test.
Yes.
Okay.
It
As long
has-
as it cannot pass the Turing test, it cannot be artificial intelligence. It will be just a kind of software.
Yes, here you enter a gray zone where what's its consciousness? Because even in psychology, they don't have a defined term. Because right now, you know what's the definition of consciousness? Is having a spirit, and knowing who you are. Yes,
That's not consciousness.
that is to them now. Before it used to be knowing who you are.
Part of consciousness.
What?
It's
is it?
related to spirit.
Yeah, but you're talking
it's
about
not-
scientific field.
Yeah.
Scientific field is
Yeah.
gonna be very limited.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but they added a spirit to it. They added the word spirit.
Yeah.
Which is not a
Do
scientific
you think
not
we
scientific.
have
whatsoever.
spirit? Do you think we have spirit?
There is something.
Soul, you mean? I think
Soul?
soul is more religious.
Do you think we have a soul?
Yes, I
Yes, there is something. There is an
I do.
energy that leaves when we die.
do. Yeah.
Because even if after you're dead, you know, after hopefully very long time, but your body can function with the machines that we have now in hospitals. But there's one thing that is not there is consciousness. So what is that?
So without soul, you're Frankenstein's monster.
Basically, you can't even function. You can't walk around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the very basic idea is going into coma. A guy that is in coma, you know, and after he wakes up, there's a big difference between when he was in a coma and after he wakes up.
Okay.
Astral projection.
But it
There's
is
a
not.
sign.
It is not the definition for the soul,
No, it's not.
because what makes us run is our brain.
What makes us decide to run?
Yeah, decides to run. Actually, in some parts, it's not deciding, because, for example, our hearts are not run by our brain. Heart, no. The
Has its
muscle, the
own-
heart muscle is very specific muscle type,
Yes.
which works by itself.
By itself.
Yeah, it has its own brain.
Actually, it's
goes to
part of
your-
the
It
subject.
has its own memory. It
Yeah.
doesn't have its own brain.
Yes.
It has its own memory, which has been taught to it. It has
Its own
muscle
memory?
memory. It's called muscle memory. It contracts and retraction.
Yeah,
Yes.
retraction.
Contract and retract,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's
Contract
contracts.
and relax.
Retract. Yeah, relax.
Yeah, relax.
It's both the same. But,
Yeah,
Yeah.
contract and relax by itself, and
Yeah.
it pumps.
but wouldn't
But
the
this
brain
is
give
not-
signals to the
if
heart?
you-
It's like I need
and-
more
No.
blood, more blood.
No,
No,
it is.
Doesn't?
It is
It's
done.
separate. Do you
It
know
is-
that even the stomach has memory?
Wait.
Yeah,
one
of
second,
And there's
one second.
neurons in it
Let's see here. Okay, if dopamine is released, where does dopamine gets released?
from the brain.
From the brain. What does it do to the heart?
Oh, actually,
No,
not
it's
from
not.
the brain.
No, it's
They-
not synthesized from the brain.
Yes, it
It
gives
is
the neurons
sensitized
give
from your.
signals. Glands.
Huh?
The neurons in the brain give
Yeah.
signals to the glands, and the
Yeah.
glands release the hormone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who gives the signals from the
The
beginning?
brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
So if
point.
there is no brain, there is no signal, there is no change of
Yes. Because of that, whenever you have a car accident or a major event, your body passes out. For example, when you get a certain
Trauma?
very big hit,
Yes.
your body collapses. That's why, for example, if you search for it, babies, their consciousness is not complete yet, and they are not aware of everything around of them, or they don't have capability to analyze what is.
Concise.
Yes, they are getting more alive in the
Early
accidents, car accidents, and things like this, because your
No,
body.
they don't know what's happening, so the heart
Their
doesn't
body
know.
is shuts down directly because it is easier for them to shut down. But human, what is happening when in an event of accident or something like that, you're getting so much adrenaline or fear or whatever you say. There is a lot of different kind of
Hormones getting
hormones are synthesized in your body
help you
and
adapt.
released. Exactly, and you after a while your body cannot handle it and you pass out.
Yeah.
after accident usually, and after a while you get back to yourself because the hormones are released, it's relaxed, reduced, sorry, it reduces and your body gets back to its normal state. Then you start to feel the pain. For example, in the event of you get shot, you're not feeling it directly, you feel it, maybe there is a time lag, like maybe 1/10 of a second, because your body is not understanding what is happening. When someone shoots you, you get the bullet in your body, and then after it starts to hurt.
You're
What
like,
is
what is this itch? And then you're like, it's a big
Exactly.
itch. And you know, it's a bullet.
Exactly. There is a, actually we get off the track of the subject.
No, actually,
This is
they're
part of the
related to it.
subject.
Ah, okay.
I came across a video the other day that this 8-year-old girl
Okay.
got a recent heart transplant,
Okay.
and as soon as she like finished the surgery, she started getting dreams, the same dream reoccurring over and over again.
Of the person who got transplanted.
They don't know yet. She thought it's a dream.
Okay.
So she went to the doctor that gave her that did the surgery for the heart
How old is
transplant.
she?
She's 8 years old.
What about the heart that she got it from?
Also similar
Similar age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So she told the doctor the same dream that was reoccurring, and the doctor sent her to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist, after talking thoroughly with the girl, found out that this thing that she's explaining is not a dream. It's actually the characteristics of a memory. So this girl was having a memory that she never experienced, but was seeing over and over again.
It's back to where the heart has its own memories.
Exactly. So they got her a forensic artist, and that was trying to draw whatever she was seeing. And what she was seeing was that she's running through a forest in the middle of the night, really dark, and someone is running after her, chasing her, and then finally catches her and starts assaulting her. So the last thing she sees in that memory is a face. So the forensic artist draws this face, and they go through the data for like police and that whatnot, and they find a guy with similar traits, or actually matching completely. And they bring him in and they start interrogating him, and he instantly starts talking and says and admits what he did to that girl that died.
Oh my God.
Matches the same traits and what she looks like and everything.
And how he did it.
And how he did it and everything. And then they catch him and put him in jail.
Wow.
Which explains what John said about the heart having its own memory.
It's more than a memory.
It's more than a memory, actually.
It's like a memory card.
Yeah, it is.
It's like plugging it all over again. Showing you, yeah,
Look
it's
how much
crazy.
information it retained.
But how much would you depend on your memory? Like, I remember those little psychological tests that they do. You know, people don't really, remember things like they
Sometimes you can alter a memory.
alter a memory.
Alter
yeah,
a
Our
memory.
memory is very faulty thing, by
Yes.
the
Yeah,
way.
it is
It is.
faulty. Yeah, it's true.
We are very faulty creatures about memory kind of thing. We remember the things differently than how it's occurred, how it's happened, and our brain changes the things in the way
facts.
that we want to remember it.
It's an adaptation.
Yes.
Yeah, it is manipulating. Our
Yes.
memory is manipulating us. For example, even when you,
our
for
perception
example,
of
I will tell you something very interesting. Why most of the people who are dead for us, we always remember them in good way.
Because we only remember the good things.
Exactly.
'Cause we miss
Our
them.
memory keeps the good.
It's being
feel-
altered by the feelings that
Exactly. Our
Unless they
feel.
molested you. So
Whenever you
Yeah.
feel good in your life, this memory records in your brain much significantly
It's
than the
perspective.
bad
Perspective.
memories.
we have. Yeah.
Your brain is tend to forget the bad memories.
Actually, it depends on the situation. In some cases,
trauma.
Of course.
you tend
Yeah,
to
of
focus like trauma. You tend to focus on the bad thing as a survival instinct.
Yeah.
But it reshapes your DNA, trauma.
It does, yeah. It does.
It's a
It
proven
changes
fact.
everything in your
Yeah.
body.
You pass on the trauma that you
Yes.
have to your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a study that they found out that whatever trauma you're having right now, your grandkid is gonna have it.
Yeah, there's a series about it
Yeah.
in Netflix. It's a Turkish series. I
Really?
don't. Yeah.
It's because a woman's when she's like born, she's carrying a baby, for example, and the baby is a girl, and the girl has ovaries, which is what she's
Yeah.
gonna, sorry, what she's going to give birth to her grandkids.
Yeah.
So you can pass on the trauma instantly
Wow.
to your grandchild.
That's shocking.
Yeah, but I think it's a survival
That
instinct.
is survival. This
Or
is how
else-
you.
That's how like animals know
Evolve.
what's dangerous and what's not from very young age, or like
Well,
humans.
they did a study on ducks. They separated ducks from their mom from a very young age. And then when they gave them certain images or certain shapes, they used to run away from shapes that are like eagles, that look like eagles. They would run away. So
interesting.
this is how it shows, like, even if there's no mother to show them, you know,
Yeah.
they would still get, stay away from things that are dangerous for them.
I will talk about one thing that I watched it on YouTube. That there is a guy. They put him in a desk and they put his two hands on the desk, and of his one arm, they cover it with a cloth kind of thing, and then after they put a fake hand over here, like an arm extension of him, and even though they put a separator to not feel his real hand.
Yeah.
And then after they are hitting this hand with an hammer,
Before
and whenever
hitting, they use like sensory. They mimic. They put two pencils, each on the fake hand and the not fake hand. So
Okay.
they would put the pencil on
Both hands.
the finger. Yes. So he would feel the pencil on this arm and,
And
this
see
arm.
the other.
Oh.
So
Okay.
the fake one becomes real afterwards.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Then
But
when
it-
they hit it with the hammer, he would feel the pain.
when you watch the video, you
Yeah.
feel like
ridiculous.
how he's feeling it.
It's called the phantom.
Yeah, I forgot the name. There's a name. for it.
Phantom limb, something.
I forgot the name.
Phantom limb.
There's no way we
It's the same. I think it's the same.
We've done that in psychology or something. They did the test to us.
Yeah.
It's actually real.
I think it's the same. Like body function, whatever adaptation, whatever
When
it
they,
has. When
amputate
they
it.
amputate, when
Yeah,
they
you
amputate
feel
a
it.
leg,
Also-
you still feel them.
Yeah, also there is some people, very few. This is very few people, but some people they don't feel their hand, arm, leg is not belongs to them. There is real stories
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's
Some
dead
people that
nerves.
even some of them are get so crazy about it and they cut themselves their arm. For example, he says this arm doesn't belong to me, and
Oh.
he's cutting his own arm
crazy.
because for example, when they go to doctor or something, they understand it's a psychological issue.
Oh.
They try to help them, but it's not easy to cure or define the
Do you
problem.
think
Where is the root
That's
of
crazy,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Some type of trauma, I guess.
Maybe.
And the guy, he's cutting his hand, or he's always nagging about that this arm doesn't belong to me. I don't feel like it's mine like this.
Yeah.
Or it's controlled by an alien.
No, no, no,
There are
no.
people that believe that.
Maybe it stems from
What?
rejection. Like
How?
like this person was rejected by someone for
Or
a long
maybe he
time.
killed someone with his hand.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he did something nasty with that hand.
No, he did. Yeah, but one of the things that shocks me is the Stockholm syndrome. Is that it?
Yeah.
Where they get affectionate about whoever
Assaulted
kidnapped
them
them
or
assaulted
raped them.
Ah,
So when someone kidnaps someone else, that person becomes,
They start at first they're fearing them and everything, and then
Yeah.
they start familiarizing them, and then they start falling in love with them.
Yeah.
That's called Stockholm. I always find that weird.
They
That
are-
is so weird. But I understand how it can become normal. When you're in a certain environment for such a long time, that becomes a familiar, and familiarity becomes home, and home is related to love.
But when you're talking about maybe domestic, assuming, but
No, not necessarily domestic. If that person kidnaps
Kidnapper,
them,
like he kidnaps
puts them in the new environment.
hijacks a plane, let's say.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
puts-
fall in love with the hijacker.
Yeah.
Like, I love you. Thank you for hijacking the plane.
Your body
It's never
is
gonna
going
happen.
to adapt
But
to
if
anything.
you spend enough time,
Yeah.
maybe.
Some
For
I'm
example,
gonna hate myself
no,
because
but
I'm
in-
sitting here and I'm gonna remember his face. You know,
some girls
Like, I hate
some
it.
girls
In-
were kidnapped for at least 20 years.
It's more in girls than
girls
guys.
than guys. Yeah, yeah.
we are not getting the idea so easily. Why? I will tell you. The region we are living is so different than
That's
the
true.
region which is happening.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
if, for example, there is no syndrome, you call it Kuwait syndrome or Qatar syndrome,
Yeah.
or, for example, say Ashgabat syndrome. It's always Stockholm syndrome, Paris syndrome, London syndrome. The life we are living is so different than the life they are experiencing. It
Yeah.
is so different. You cannot.
yeah.
They are more individualistic people.
That's true.
Europeans, Americans, Western countries, let's say. Even Turkey is not like this in this matter. Family is more important like
more
this.
family
But
oriented.
exactly, family oriented. But when you go to Western countries, family is less important.
What about Texas?
And there's a lot of Arabs who are living in Texas.
No. Not only Arabs, but we share similar traits.
Yes.
Like there was this guy that would talk about like how Texas and Chinese are so similar because of the way they were raised before.
It's family oriented.
Family and they're more into groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think can I ask a
Yeah, of course.
controversial question? So you think like arranged marriage in Kuwait, the extreme arranged marriage,
Okay.
like the ones they don't see them
don't see
before.
What is the
Cousin for the
extreme
cousin.
arrangement? What is the
Cousin
meaning?
for cousin without seeing each other.
Ah, you mean
not even
Forced.
cousins? Sometimes like just from the
relatives
same
marry? That's
family
not extreme.
family name.
Arranged marriage is something different for us.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. You're talking about
There's what
relatives marriage.
no, not necessarily relatives marriage.
Okay.
Let's say just someone
That's the
that
extreme case. Cousin to cousin. That's the extreme.
extreme for them, but like, I'm just trying to
Yeah, even
give-
for us, that's extreme.
yeah, but I'm just gonna try to like give you a point.
Okay.
So if there's an extreme case of what was I gonna say? Arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy hasn't seen this girl, and this
Yeah.
girl hasn't seen this guy ever.
They got married. Yeah.
And then they get married, and this guy ends up being abusive, and this girl has never seen another guy except like her brothers or whatever.
Yeah.
Never had any
No, yeah.
relationships before. And he turns out to be abusive.
Yeah.
And she is
Being convinced.
forced by her parents or
Convinced,
family,
let's say.
convinced,
Yeah.
to stay with him.
Yeah.
Then, eventually, isn't that going to turn into to Stockholm syndrome if she tends
Yes, it will.
to stuck with him?
Yes, it will.
It will be Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
It's the
even if
same
you're
effect.
gonna solve her trauma, it's gonna be the same steps that you would use.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think for every case.
Not every case. That's why I'm saying extreme, extreme, extreme. We have certain cases in Kuwait that were like this. Like some girls in Kuwait are so controlled by their family and by rules and
Oppressed.
oppressed and let's
It's
say
not oppression; it's control.
control.
mostly,
Yeah. Okay?
She doesn't
because it's
consider-
not
But
religious.
oppression and
Oppression-
control have different things. Oppression
Comes
is
from someone
against
that's
no.
trying to-
Oppression is against your will.
But she's
Yes,
still,
against your will, but
but
she's okay with it.
She's okay with it. She still can
doesn't-
No,
run
she
away.
is not. I will tell you another story.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, because of the oppression to give
Yeah.
give an example. Then after we can come back to the subject. In Turkey, some religious families' daughters, they wear hijab just because their family asking from them, but they don't feel like wearing it. And whenever they have chance to avoid it, they remove the hijab outside.
So no, that's oppression.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
But
Oppression
what if she's
and
okay with wearing a hijab? That becomes control, not oppression.
Okay, yes. Against your will is oppression. Arranged marriage also, in some cases, it's an oppression,
is
not
true.
not control.
Yes. Yes.
That is true.
Yeah. It could be both. It depends on how extreme
Yeah,
it
of
is.
course, of course.
Yeah, but we're still saying like if she ends up saying yeah, okay, I'll marry this guy, whatever. So for her, sometimes it's an escape from her family's house, thinking that this guy is gonna be better. Because and some girls and like the culture, they're told like for example. anytime she asks her parents for something, she'll be like, "Yeah, just wait until you get married. Just wait until you get married. You can't go to can't travel until you get married. You can't do this until you get married." So they wait for this thing, thinking like this some sort of princessy escape or the wedding, And then she ends up getting married, and what if this guy turns to be abusive or retarded or whatever? I don't know.
Or gay. There's a lot.
Yeah, or gay.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
happens a lot.
yes.
Yeah, she got tricked into it. And in Kuwait, let's say, or in that culture, in that suppressed culture, if she loses her virginity, khalas, it's done for her when she's married to this guy. They say khalas, it's not like
She's a used car now.
yeah, exactly. So she's done. She has to stay with this guy. And
But
what's
it's different now. It's not like
not like that,
as
like before.
extreme as
Yeah.
it used to be.
but I'm talking about extreme cases
This changed in
are
the
still
90s, by the way,
considered
not
Stockholm
very-
syndrome.
Huh?
If she stays with him for years and has kids with them and ends up kind of loving him or
But then becomes a very shady term.
yeah,
When she has
Sometimes
kids,
she feels helpless, I believe. She
Yeah.
don't see any other way. That's
Yes.
why she's accepting the situation
especially
she
she
is
has no
in.
income, no job.
Exactly.
What is she
That's
gonna
what
do
I'm
now?
trying
Yeah.
to say.
That's not a Stockholm syndrome, then.
No, this is acceptance
Yes, of
Acceptance.
reality.
out of
yeah. That's what I was trying.
optionlessness.
The options. Yes,
That's what
it's a
was
good
What
word.
is the word? I don't know.
a very good
Sorry
word.
for my English, but
Optionless.
It's okay.
because she don't have any other option,
Lack of
Yeah,
option.
yeah.
she don't have.
That's the
and
only way.
in Western countries, they have more courage because of the structure of the society.
Individual.
When if they be able to run away from their cult,
Yeah.
from their not cult, from their
it.
environment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's say, when they be able to run away from their environment, the community, other community, they want to be
Supports.
exactly and accepts them. And for example, she can change her life, but here
There's,
it's not like this.
There's shelters too for abused
Exact-
women and
This
whatnot.
one,
Yeah.
social construction, like you said, there is shelters, there is places to help, and also in others people's eyes, being married or not being married or being divorced,
Yeah.
having a children without marriage
Yeah.
is normal. Here, even in Turkey,
frowned upon
exactly,
or looked down.
it's like you're cursed.
Yes.
Even in
Exact
Turkey,
word.
it's the same.
Not all the places, but Eastern Turkey.
What about women's virginity? How important is it?
No,
It's not important anymore.
I will tell you. There is like 35% of total population still pays attention to these values, but most of the people, they don't care anymore.
So your circle of friends, they wouldn't care.
No.
They don't care, huh?
No,
Even if
Not-
she has like ex-boyfriends and
nothing.
it's fine.
No,
Yeah,
it's her life. I will respect her life before me what I will do.
Because in Kuwait, it's still a big deal.
Yeah, I know
If you're
that.
gonna marry a virgin or not, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
There is
crazy people everywhere.
this subject can go so much deeper, which can put us in big troubles.
Big trouble. Why?
It's not easy to talk in this. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, you can
if
talk
I
about
tell
it.
my real opinions about it, really, it is so.
Actually,
I'm
we
s-
should put light on this subject because this needs more awareness.
Okay.
What needs awareness exactly?
Okay.
Subject.
Which is what?
I will tell you something before you continue. I believe a lot of people, what they are doing is, even though they had a sexual intercourse before they got married, they find a way to hide it. Even there's yani you're in medical field, you know that there's a operation
Yes.
for it to reverse
Yeah.
it. And the people are doing it. They are spending a lot of money for it. And when you make these things underground, the money for it
The
is
margin, yeah.
increasing
Of
course.
like
Anything
maybe
illegal.
triple,
Anything
maybe
illegal is
Exactly.
amplified.
Exactly. This was the word I was looking for. Amplified.
Yeah.
What is happening that maybe in a Western country, even though it's not needed, but if someone wants to do this reverse operation, if it is costing like 1 unit, here maybe it's costing 10 unit for it.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
And it's underground, it's unhealthy because it's not legal.
But there are clinics here that do it, right?
Yeah, just need to
Yeah.
find the person.
Yeah.
And also
because married women would do that for
And-
their husbands as a
and
an
sometimes
anniversary.
they
I
are
don't know why.
As a
no,
gift.
I'm sure there is people
Which
who
I
are
don't-
just traveling for
disgusting.
this.
That is true, but I don't understand what's about virginity that is so amazing for men. You know, like you're gonna have 100 virgin in heaven.
Well, I know what it is. I know what
There
it
is
is.
so stupid
You know when
explanation.
you're
so
when you're
stupid.
unwrapping a new gift and you like
Exactly. I
Mint
was going
condition.
to say opening a chips package
I don't know.
in Turkey. They
that's so
use
weird.
that. Do you want to be the one who opening the same chips package for the second time?
Yeah.
Are you stupid?
No. Oh yeah, the example the religious people give is like, do you like this? Do you want this opened, unpeeled banana, or do you want this
No, that's for
Covered
hajj,
banana.
That's for hijab.
حتى شو اسمه?
So virginity? Oh no, they don't use that. They're like,
Yeah.
you never marry a not virgin.
You never,
This
yeah.
is what they say.
Frowned
religious people.
upon. This is wrong.
And usually the guys who do care, they don't really know what they want.
Yeah.
The guys that do care about virginity, if she's a virgin or not, they don't really know what they want.
The best thing to overcome of all these things first is putting a light on it. I believe what we are doing here is
Yeah.
a step forward, small step, even 1 centimeter.
Towards what exactly?
to overcome this prejudice about virginity.
Yeah.
And it is something sacred, something holy, something it's
Yeah,
something must.
But a guy
What makes
losing,
the same action okay for guys but not okay for girls? Even religion doesn't say that.
yes, I know it is.
No. Go
It
back
is-
and like see
I,
al-iqab for
I will
both.
tell you something. To be able to
that
have a
was a different
sexual
thing.
intercourse as a straight
What-
person, I'm talking
Yes.
about. You need a woman. What this woman will do after that? Okay, and you think like this: the woman you want to get married should be virgin. This is the concept you have. I'm talking about
Yeah, in
example.
general,
I'm not
yes.
saying to
Yes.
your person as person.
Yes.
Think like you are a person who wants to get married with a virgin person. And before you get married with her, you are having sexual intercourse with another woman.
Yes.
Why very specific? Maybe I'm a virgin that would want to marry a virgin. Then
This one, I respect it. I don't understand,
Okay.
but I respect
Because
it.
now you're
As-
equal.
that is true.
Because now you're
That's
equal.
true.
Yes.
You're asking for
There's no
something that
hypocrisy.
you're doing.
Yeah, so there's no
Exactly.
hypocrisy in
Yes.
there. Yes.
Exactly.
That is
I am
true.
against hypocrisy.
Yes, me
I
too.
am not against the idea
That's true.
that two person, both of them wants to get married with a virgin, either woman's side
Which
or
is very
man's
funny
side.
to
I
watch.
respect that as long as there is no hypocrisy.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
I'm
if
with you.
I can have everything I want before I get married first time with someone,
And expect the
I
same.
expect from the other party to be same.
Yeah.
Not to be the
Sorry,
same.
not to be the
Yes.
same. Sorry,
Yeah.
yes, you are right.
Yes.
Not to be this. This is the
That's
biggest
hypocrisy,
this,
yes.
the biggest hypocrisy for
That is
me.
true.
So I'm gonna use the broken car and I want a new car.
Yeah,
What's this?
it is stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
The hell? You should marry someone with the same mileage.
But would you say?
Mileage.
Well, that's the question. Would you
Yeah.
say the amount of, let's say, experience that a guy would gain and a woman would gain,
Yeah.
if it's equal, wouldn't that make
It will aid in compatibility.
not only compatibility, but wouldn't it make it different for their characteristics or characters? Let's assume.
Of course, it
And
adds
if
a
a guy
lot.
had, like if the woman has the same amount of number of experience as the guy, you know, she would be in a different mindset.
It's not just number. It's also like the relationship and the experience she went through, dealing with different personalities. Because if she goes through a lot
which
of
is experience is the
yeah,
same thing
yeah.
we're talking about.
I don't know if you meant like a personal experience, sexual experience.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
So in general,
What do you
The whole thing.
expect from a partner?
the whole thing, the whole
Yeah,
experience.
the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you had, like, let's assume this guy slept with 100 women, you know, and I'm not talking about one night stands. I'm not talking about relationships.
Okay.
You know, and if the woman has the same amount of number, you know, they didn't live the same life. It's the same amount of number I'm talking about.
They didn't live the same
This
life.
is
Yes.
this is
How
Because
come?
she's a woman. First of all, she's a woman, and she's seen by society differently.
Oh, by society,
And
yeah.
she's aware that society
yeah, but
sees
this
it
is
differently.
something we should change.
I understand that. I understand. But for her to
But
go
if
that
you,
long,
okay, but
or
if
let's
you
assume-
discuss this idea,
Yes.
you're serving for their mindset.
This is
No,
what
no,
I'm trying
this
to
is
go.
just for the case of shedding light.
How equality works. There's no
Yeah.
equality in the
No equality.
There's no equality.
Either
Okay,
you
so we
are
agree with
virgin
you.
or not.
Yes, but being not a virgin has phases as well. Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Elaborate.
So back to what I'm trying to say is, number does play a big role, or no?
For
That's
me,
the
no.
question. For you, no.
No.
So if she has, let's assume, higher number than you,
I don't care.
but then she's a different character than what you have in your head.
I don't care. I'm not. I'm
You're
not
judging. It's
characterizing
not
the
about
person.
judgment. It's not about judgment.
No,
It's
no,
about
I'm not.
the
I'm not.
personality
I'm
that
not
you're
saying
with.
judging.
Yes.
I don't care. Literally, I don't care. For my
فهمت
look,
قصدي؟
for my
By the way, I think I
no,
understand.
for the person I am married,
Yes.
I
If you
didn't
wanted to-
ask for her
if you're looking-
background.
I
if
think
you're
I
looking for an
understand what
adventurous
he's trying-
person, you know, and you would go for a girl that has a higher number, yes, you're compatible. But if you're not looking for an adventurous person, you want someone that you would want to be in a comfort place, comfortable, you know.
Okay, what if you find the not adventurous person in
Yes.
front of you?
Yes.
But what if this person have a hidden secret and history?
What I meant, yes, I understand what
You
you're trying to
you
yes.
you understand?
I
You
understand.
cannot quantify. You cannot
Quantify virginity?
Quantify virginity, or you cannot quantify how much sexual life she or he had in the past.
What if
You
that
cannot.
number reveals that she's a psychopath?
Sorry.
Yes.
Say no. Ask.
What
again.
if that number reveals that she's a
Yeah,
psychopath?
maybe because from her, like,
But
I
if-
understand what he's trying to say. He's not talking sexually only. He's talking about a relationship.
Because you're trying to
If she
understand the
keeps
person.
breaking up and going to another relationship, breaking up and going.
For example.
If for a guy, it's kind of different, but for a girl, we seek commitment more. So for us to not be committed for
Yes.
a long time, translates that this girl is not commitment material.
Yes, she has problems. She has
Something's
issues.
wrong with her mentally.
Yes.
I not fully agree with it. Why I will tell you. You're
Not based on
thinking,
sexually.
No. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about sexually. Relationship
Relationships, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Relationship wise, if we are talking about, I will tell you something. I am in my until I get married, I had a lot of relationships, serious or not serious. No,
Yeah.
she knows about it. Don't worry. Most of them wasn't even serious. Maybe sometimes just sexual oriented, or you can say
Which
serious.
isn't easy for a guy to do.
Okay. No,
Yes.
I will tell you
Yeah.
something. Some people, in a different way, they have shorter relationships, maybe because of the person on the other side.
Yeah.
Yani they didn't become lucky enough. They felt love, maybe. But when they got know the person, they understood that they are not compatible, because some love is not always logical.
That is true.
And if, for example, I see someone, I liked her a lot, and I find a way to have a relationship with her, and after a while, when I know her more, because the first thing you feel is not related with your brain.
Yeah.
The first thing you feel is related with your heart,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or related with the, if we are talking scientifically, the hormones that your body is
Hormones,
releasing.
yeah.
You don't have any data about her. You just see her face, her body, her hands, her eye color, her lips, whatever, and you feel something.
Yes. So
And-
would you agree that knowing her personality further
Yeah.
is by asking her, not asking her, by sharing your past?
Yeah.
So you would know who you're dealing with.
I will not ask, but if she says, I will
Yeah,
listen.
that's why I wasn't sharing.
I will ask
Yes.
about her relationship history in general. I will
general,
not
yeah.
ask how many times you had sex, how
Yeah, I
many
understand. That's not
boyfriends
sharing.
you
That's
had.
interrogating.
Exactly.
Yes, I know. But let's assume from her sharing of information, you would know the person better.
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
Yes. So from what she's saying or revealing, now you know. Oh, she's a psychopath.
No,
Wait.
the problem's from her, not
Yes.
the guys.
Yeah, but in that moment, the relationship already will go to a bitter way.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Not better, bitter
I'm
way,
not-
and
What are you
more
trying to say? Tell me.
negative
What?
way.
Huh?
What are you trying to say?
If the number makes a difference,
Yeah?
what makes 1 to 1 not any difference? You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. So
I'm
Oh, by
with
the way-
Zainab
Because we
in
didn't
this.
By the way,
Establish the
Ali's
premise.
really bad at explaining stuff.
yeah, oh, yeah, I have to explain 100 times. For
So,
people.
yeah.
So, if we establish the point
Yeah.
that the height of the number of relationships that this woman had
Mm-hmm.
plays a big role in her character for this guy to understand.
Okay.
Okay, and he decides that he doesn't want to be with this woman anymore.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
why would we judge a person? Okay, that would say if she had sex only once and lost her virginity, that's not the woman.
Oh, I know what he's trying to say now. How can we, like, what if this girl that didn't have any relationships and still, let's say, a virgin, is also a psychopath?
Okay.
And this girl that had a lot is also a psychopath. Zain, what are you trying to say after?
What I'm trying to say is, why are we judging him, this guy?
Why
That's
we
it.
are trying to
Judging
put
the guy
a
that judged the
description to
girl?
Yeah.
So, again, conclude.
Again, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Again, we all agree on this point, and that a man should accept a woman's past.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
If he loves her,
Both parties should
both
accept
parties-
their
yeah,
past.
but now we're talking because we're talking about the here in Kuwait, let's assume, or in Turkey. It's it's more lenient in Turkey than
Yeah.
here. However, in here we say to the guys like, accept a woman's past if you love her, if you
Yes.
love the character that you see, right? However, on the other hand, the person that we're saying that he should change, which is not being okay with a not a virgin, صح
Might be falling into a trap of a psychopath by
No.
accepting her completely.
no, that's not what I said.
Huh?
Why are we saying he's wrong?
Oh.
You see what I mean?
The non-judgment?
Yes.
We were only saying the judgment of virginity
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, but we all agreed that
Yeah.
if she has different relationships or experiences, let's
Okay.
assume, you know, that would change the character that you see her. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
No, no, no.
If
no.
you don't, you're still not in love. You're not in love. You're still understanding
No.
the person
It
in
will,
front
for
of
me, like I
you.
said, I
okay.
don't.
Okay, let's take it a step further. Okay?
Okay.
Let's assume this woman tried an orgy and she loved it.
Okay.
Okay, for me, I'm like, okay, that's different, you know, but that's not my cup of tea. Goodbye. I don't want to. We're not gonna be compatible to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so to this guy, that orgy that I just brought up, the example, to this guy, being not a virgin is the same thing to him. She's too crazy of a woman for him.
Oh, not on the
I
same level.
understand. I understand.
Yes.
Okay,
Zain?
being virgin of a woman.
What's that
And-
got to do with the subject we're talking about?
What is the subject we're talking about?
It's still hypocrisy. If the guy is not virgin and the woman is virgin,
Yeah.
sorry,
If he's into
if he,
wait,
if he
wait.
is not a virgin and asks woman to be virgin, then this is
That
hypocrisy.
actually
ADHD
really
alert,
good.
ADHD
That is
alert.
actually really good. Do you know why? All right, let's assume her sexuality is way much bigger than mine.
Okay.
We're not compatible.
Yeah.
To him,
This is
her
going
not being
to
a
okay.
virgin
I will
is
tell
way
you.
out of his
Yeah,
fucking-
this is going to end the relationship. You are not just compatible in social
why am I
life.
telling him to
you
accept
should
her
be
fucking past then?
You should be compatible in every
Accept her
aspect.
past if she's compatible in every other way.
Yeah.
But he refuses to he continues to judge her because of only one thing, that she's not a virgin anymore.
Yeah.
Or her past.
Yeah, but to him that's enough.
What's enough?
That to him to say no to a woman, I'm not gonna marry you. Being not a virgin is enough for him.
But what's happening in Kuwait is not that.
I know. Yeah, I know.
That's not the problem. The problem in Kuwait is
taking
that
to the extreme.
he's pretending that he doesn't like that kind of girl, but he's actually having a secret relationship with similar kind of girls. But when he
Yes.
wants to marry, he marries a completely different girl than what he wants,
'Cause
and
what
they end
they
up
see
having
as-
a shitty
He
relationship.
goes to some special salon.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
because they see marriage differently here.
yeah.
Like he would do things to a girlfriend and he wouldn't do to a wife.
Why doesn't I don't understand why the guy can't just have a girlfriend wife, which is happening, by the way.
Because she's a
We're
mother.
not saying that it's not completely happening, because I have like friends that dated their husbands and then they ended up getting married, which is good that we're evolving into that phase
Yes.
now. But still a lot of like controversy.
Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
And
course there will be.
judgment and
Even
The-
after marriage.
the
Yeah, yeah.
After they get
evolution.
even after marriage.
Evolution is something like this. It's
Yeah.
step by step. That's why it's taking millions of years.
Yeah.
It's not happening like this.
So,
And if, for
bearing-
example, 20 years before, do you think it was like this? No.
No.
Yes.
No.
The speed of evolution
Yeah.
for every matter, it is getting faster.
Yeah, I see.
It
what
is
you mean.
getting, because
Alright.
I will tell you something. Before internet, everything coming out of Western culture was coming to the other countries in 10 years difference,
Yeah.
more or less. And if, for example, when the 80s culture, beginning of 80s culture in States, in America, it's lived in the Eastern countries, include Turkey, Kuwait, like this, in end of 80s, beginning of 90s, like this. Even the clothing,
Yeah.
you can say.
Yeah,
think
there's a
they're
lot
up
of
to date.
transition.
And I will tell you
They're up to
something.
date, you need, because-
Okay, I
Yeah.
will tell you something. When my father, he got the Pink Floyd music complete set of CDs in 1987.
87.
Do you know when did he have chance to listen from this CD in the first time? 1994. 7 years he got the box and he couldn't be able to play it because there was no CD player common in Turkey.
Well,
But-
here they're up to date.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, because it's a lot of related with the money issue. Turkey is more or less
No,
all
but you have Saudi Arabia. They don't have problems with money. They have problems with culture, but not money.
okay. But if you want, you can reach. In Turkey, even if you want, you couldn't reach.
Yeah, true. That's in Turkey's situation.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in Saudi Arabia, like for example, when the phones with cameras first came out, was against the law in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
We used to take
Okay,
phones
this
from
is
Kuwait
this is
and sell them for like triple the price over there.
Yeah.
And they didn't accept it
Yeah,
until
I
later
understand.
on, you know?
Yeah.
So they had the money.
what I'm trying to say
Yes.
is internet made everything so much faster.
Globalized, yeah.
Yeah.
Globalized the
And
world.
for example, now in nowadays they are talking about the forcing of LGBTQ community, the ideas and everything to Eastern countries a lot. This is a controversial topic in Turkey also, but again,
So what happens to transsexual? I mean, what happens to gay people in Turkey?
nothing.
Nothing. There's
Nothing.
nothing that would make them go to jail or force
No,
them.
no, no, no,
Really?
no, 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 no. Turkey free about these things. There
Okay.
is people. There
Judging.
is certain people they are showing reaction, but by law there is nothing forbidden.
Or here by law they go to jail.
Yeah.
Which is I don't know why they do that.
In Turkey, don't know. There is there
cut
is
this hair, if they have
LGBTQ
long
community.
hair, that
They
would
have
shave
their, they have their,
still do.
they have their community. They have official what is it called? Union kind of
Yeah.
thing. They have their things. And now in the recent years, because of the political management administration, there is more pressure on them. But still, they live their life because Turkey, in this matter, already you can have your own house. You don't need to get married, even if you're woman or man. There is no limitation on these things, and it's no different than Western
You know,
countries.
it's against the law for a Kuwaiti to rent a hotel room
Yeah,
without
I know.
having without having a marriage certificate.
Yes, I know.
So if one day
I
in
was
my house,
my work before that. I was working in housing business in
Oh.
Kuwait. Yeah, I know all these
what a
rules.
stupid law.
And off the record, I will tell you some stories about it. Yeah,
This wraps up everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Anything
tuning
else
in.
you guys would like to add for
No,
this
I think
episode?
that wraps it up for today.
Yeah, this was our first episode,
Yeah.
and we are in Mike's Hub.
Good topics.
Mike's
Ali,
Yeah.
Zainab, John. We didn't introduce ourselves in the
I don't
beginning.
think we have to be honest.
Yeah, we will. They
Just
will know
names.
us in the time.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And
Inshallah.
our goal is to have 1 million subs in
7 years.
no
Fuck.
5 years.
5 years. Yeah.
5 years, please. Don't extend our goals
Yeah, I know.
in
It was
5
That
years.
was a joke. Hopefully
And we
not
need
7.
your help for this. And please like us if you like the episode. Please leave your comment about the subjects we talk about it.
Yeah.
We would like to hear about it.
Yes.
Tell us if we want to discuss anything else or
Yeah.
topics that are controversial. and
Anything related.
non-controversial.
If it is controversial, is better.
It's better.
It
Yeah,
will
we
help
love
us
controversial.
to grow faster,
Hopefully.
go to jail faster.
And tell us if you don't like anything.
Yeah.
So like and
Lots.
subscribe. Like and subscribe. And,
And
then
comment.
they say one last thing, which is the what?
The bell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Click
the
to bell.
Click
What
to
is
bell.
it for?
No,
Notifications.
yeah.
Oh.
Whenever we make a new
Notified?
episode, they
Yeah.
will get notified if they open the bell
So like, subscribe, and bell,
and comment.
and comment.
Yeah.
It's a lot for one person to do.
And if you like it, please share with your friends
Yes.
to be heard our voice, and we would like to talk the things that you guys want to talk about it. We want
Yeah.
to keep the light. This is Zainab's expression. Put a spotlight on it.
Yeah.
And we really would like to get your opinions about it. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
And mic's down.
Have a good evening. Bye bye.